Hey guys, how's it going? Chase here, and welcome back to another glorious episode of Redstone for Dummies. And in the last episode, some things that we covered were the NOT gate. We covered basic logic gates such as the NOT gate, which is an inverter, an AND gate, which both the inputs have to be on for the output to be on, an OR gate, which is one or more of the inputs or both to be on for the output to be on. And I also talked about why these are called AND NOT. Well, I don't think I talked about why it was called NOT gate, so I'm going to do that real quick. It's called a NOT gate because the input is not the output. In other words, they're opposite. If the input is on, then the output is not on, so it's off. It's the only other possibility. Anyways, in this episode, some things that we're going to be covering is negating each of these logic gates, and they do have their own negation. And negating is basically adding and basically inverting the output to get a separate, entirely separate possibility with these logic gates. And I'm gonna name this one right here because I didn't name this one either. This is known as a NAND gate, and the reason it's called NAND instead of is because it looks like an AND gate, right? And it's got AND in the name, but the N at the beginning is the only thing that's different, and that N comes from the N in the NOT gate. As you can see, there's an N in the NOT gate, and it comes from there, and the N stands for NOT. So this is not an AND gate. It's a knotted AND gate. Now normally, to invert one of these things, you'd think, okay, I'm just going to throw an inverter on the end right here, like this, and it'll work. Well, yeah, that's entirely true. This will work exactly the way that it should work. But instead of inverting it again, all you have to do is break this inverting output right here, just to uninvert it, because it's inverted by default for an AND gate, so you just uninvert it. Uninverting is the exact same thing as double inverting, which is what you would do. So now you can follow the logic design, and if you look at the AND gate, they're all off unless the output is always off unless both the inputs are on, then it's off, or then it's on. But with this, they're all on unless both the inputs are on, then it's off. So it's the exact opposite. So as you can see, it's on, it's on, it's on. Flick them both on, it turns off. It's just an inverted AND gate, so everything on the output numbers is going to be switched. Instead of 0001, it's going to be 1110. And this right here is a NOR gate, and yet again, the basic OR gate had a inverter right here, so instead of having to go along and place another inverter, you just break that off. I don't think that you can break this one off. You can probably, for all I know. Let me try. Yeah, you can, but I don't know if you could do the same with the AND gate. I don't think you could just break both of these off and then place the torch right here. You might be able to. I'm going to try it. I haven't done it before. Off. No, because it's supposed to be on right now. So you still have to have the same function as an AND gate. You just uninvert the output. So you can't do it there, but here you could break off this torch, or you could break off the front torch. We're going to be breaking off the front torch in this case. As you can see, an OR gate is a basic OR gate is on as long as one of them is on, and off only when both of them are off. So it will be 0, 1, 1, 1. Here it's 1, 0, 0, 0. And this is a NOR gate, and that just stands for not OR. So as you can see, if it's 0, 0, it's 1, 0, 1, it's 0. And then 1, 0, it's 0, and then 1, 1, it's 0 as well. We're also going to be talking about a couple more logic gates in this episode. This one right here is known as the XOR. I don't know why none of this stuff is written down, but oh well. At least I have this right here written down. And the XOR is, you notice the OR gate in there, and as you can see, you notice the OR in the name, the OR, and it's also got OR gates in it. So that's why I told you to use this design right here, because this is the only design that can be used. Well, there's many designs of OR gates that can be used, probably. I mean, you could, like, I don't know. But for this exact XOR gate right here, which is, I'll just do a quick fly through right here. It's pretty basic. 2 OR gates with 1 block apart, and then make a little V shape right there. Put redstone in the middle, torch on front, and output from both of these OR gates. And your inputs come in the bottom of this little X shape, which I think is really cool because it's an XOR gate and it looks like an X. So, just me, I guess. But anyways, XOR gate stands for exclusive OR. And what that means is that the inputs have to be exclusive to each other for the output to be on. And by exclusive, I mean they have to be the only ones that have that property. So if this one's the only one that's on and this one's the only one that's off, then we're going to have a positive output. However, if they're both off, then they're both in the same state. They're not exclusive to each other, so we have a negative output. So as long as only one of them is on and the other one is off, then we have a positive output. And in this case, it's on. And this case, it's on. If they're both on, then they're not exclusive to each other. They both have the same property, and it's off. Now, just like all the other logic gates, this one can also be inverted. And instead of calling it a NEXOR or something, it's called an XNOR. So you don't put the N in front, you put the N in between the X and the O. So this one is known as an XNOR gate. And it's the exact opposite. Instead of being 0, 1, 1, 0, it's going to be 1, 0, 0, 1. The output is only going to be true when both the inputs are in the same state. So you'd think it's like an AND gate, but with an AND gate, they're both on, and the output's on. But if they're both off on an AND gate, the output's going to be off. But in this case, if they're both off, for the XNOR gate, it's going to be on. So it's a bit different than an AND gate. So yeah, if they're both in different states, then it's off. Oops. Probably should be holding that sign anyways. That's off. But if they're both on and they're both in the same state, it's on. Both in the same state, it's on. Anyways, I guess that's going to be it for this episode. It was pretty basic as well. If you didn't understand it, watch it again. I assure that you will understand it. And in the next episode, we're going to be covering basic memory cells. So, if you've gotten this far, I congratulate you. Many people give up after they see turning on a wire and it only extending 15 blocks. So, like, forget that. That's too confusing to remember the number 15. So, if you got this far, then I congratulate you. So, I guess that's going to be it for this episode. Leave a like, favorite if you enjoyed, comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.